Okay. Hello, everybody. Thank you so much for taking the time out of your day to show up on this meeting. I'm particularly excited about this because I love travel. I love taking women on amazing trips. It's such a bonding and close experience, and it's so much fun. And I get to like travel with friends and have lasting relationships afterwards, which is just the best thing. I sometimes I have to pinch myself to realize that I get to do this. So I feel really blessed that I get to do it. And what's particularly exciting right now is that I have made a connection with two really cool women. And, sometimes I believe the universe kind of just sets you up for things. And whatever it was, I saw a chat, I saw a post, and I thought, I have to talk to these ladies. Then I went to the website and I looked at it, and it was eerie because the way they wrote things on the website are just like, did I write this or did they write that? It was so strange for me. Just similar wording, similar sentiments. And I just felt so aligned before I even talked to them. So I'm just meeting Adriana now, but Kim and I have been in contact. I don't know if you all saw the 3-minute video that took an hour of recording, but it was so fun. 2 hours. It was such a good experience to do it. Um, and so thank you for that. And they're teaching me a lot. I'm teaching them a lot, and it's a perfect match. So do you want me to, is there a way I could highlight the two of you, or do you want to just one of you talk at a time and then you can, okay. All right. So I think what I'll do is I'll spotlight you. So I want to introduce Kim here and her sister, Adriana, there. All right. Do you want me to just spotlight both of you so that you can do your thing? Okay, I think I'll do that. And let's go for about a half an hour or as much, not too much more time, but however much time. All right, here's Kim spotlighted, and let me see, add a spotlight. Okay, okay, there they are. Take it away. Tell us your story.
Welcome, everyone. First of all, Adriana is known for her dancing. So whenever you like say, "Welcome, Adriana," will you do your dance,
Yeah,
Adriana?
this is my exciting dance.
Um, we have been hosting these retreats. Well, I have hosted about 200 retreats a year in my career, slowing down in my old age. So we did what, 10 or 15 retreats last year. And Adriana and I had this dream. This is in 2020, after, apocalypse of our lives in 2020, or my life anyway. We were sitting in a pool at my sister's house in Costa Rica saying, what do we want to do with our lives? And we said, let's buy a retreat center here in Costa Rica and let's run retreats together. And so we did just that. So that's what we do now. We host retreats in Costa Rica at this beautiful retreat center that we purchased there. So Adriana,
Can I
what?
say something? Yeah. So I think actually the beautiful combination is that Kim is like a logistics and management queen. And I just really enjoy hanging out with awesome people and facilitating spaces. I'm a creative facilitator. So it's the combination of Kim's management and logistics and getting people together. And my contribution of facilitating authentic relating exercises and engaging with people in meaningful ways. So that's sort of each of our like powerhouse talents that we bring together. And we've done we've done lots of retreats, 3 retreats for queer and lesbian women, 2 of which I host to get like as the facilitating host, and then we worked with another guest host on a third one, and now I'm delighted to work with Jody. And
Yes.
just as Jody, you say that you're learning from us, I am so excited to learn from you and support you in facilitating this space. So that's going to be my role.
Love it. So Jody is our new Adriana. Sorry, Adriana, you've been replaced. Jody is on board now.
But didn't this come about because Adriana said, you know what, I want to participate. I don't want to
Yes.
lead. I want to be there. So
I
that's
do.
how it came
I
out.
like facilitating and I also like just like participating. So yeah, that's going to be the role for my role in this space is supportive and as a participant. And
So
I
they're
also
both going to
identify
be there.
as queer, so I'm part of the community.
And they're both
So,
going to be there for the trip. So
oh,
that's
very
what's,
much. These
yeah.
events, we do a lot of weird events. This is our favorite event. We do like mermaid events and all kinds of different topics, but these are our favorite.
Polyamory,
These are
photography. Yeah.
so fun, so fun. Anyway, um, I want to go through and give you kind of like a logistical tour. Please interrupt any moment and ask questions. You're not rude. Feel free to just break in and ask questions, or you can ask them in the chat as well. And maybe Adriana, you can monitor the chat because it's not pulled up in front of my screen right now. So let's jump in. So the retreat date is June 21st through 27th. So this is our first, this is Jody's brainchild. Jody's like, I don't want to just go hang out in a hammock and get to know people, although that's fabulous. Take me on a tour of the entire country. And I was like, all right, Jody, we're doing it. So we're doing like the first week is our traditional tour, our traditional retreat that we've done several times now in this format. And it's at our retreat center. I'll show you pictures in just a second, but it's for the first week. And then if you want to extend from that, we're doing an add-on adventure tour where we're going all around the country to the most significant places there. And that's going to be 5 more days of adventuring. And so that's an add-on adventure. You can come just to the retreat, or you can come to the just retreat and add-on adventure, but we're not doing just people coming to the add-on adventure. And if you have any questions specifically about that, talk to Jody if you've had conversations with her about that before. So anyway, that's the add-on adventure. And I love, this is the first time we're doing add-on adventure. And I love that Jody is like, no, this is what we're doing. We're
Well,
taking
you weren't,
tour.
come on, you're very enrollable. It didn't take much to get you into it.
So the price for both of them is $15.77. That's the early bird pricing. And that's now $15.77 retreat. And then it's also $15.77 if you want to do the tour of Costa Rica as well. And you've probably seen the video already. It's phoenixretreatcenter.com/lesbian 2025, or you can go to Jody's site and see the same video. But what I want to show you is kind of like what to expect. So you will be staying right here. It is in Samara, Costa Rica. It's not, how many of you have been to Costa Rica before? Just raise up hands. Ellie has, oh, a lot of you have. Okay, good. You probably stayed in Tamarindo. Am I right? Is everyone like yes or no? Tamarindo, because I live in Costa Rica, it's known as Tamagringo. So we're not going to go to Tamagringo. We're going to go a little bit more off the beaten path, which I appreciate. This is not going to be like the Marriott. There's in Samara, Costa Rica, it really is like you're living with the community. So yes, there's tourists there, but there's also like, you'll see and meet lots of Costa Rican families that are just living there as well. So it's not like Tamagringo. So anyway, this is the beach right here. If you can see my screen, this is where you'll be staying right here. It's a little boutique hotel. All the hotel rooms are like little apartments. This pool in the middle is like a giant hot tub where most of the time you're just gonna be sitting there chatting to each other in our spare time. Maybe some beers in hand. And then underneath these palm trees is just beautiful. Let me see if I can show you a little bit more. Yeah, this is your front yard. You're going to be having coffee in hand, walking out onto the beach every morning. It is magic. And there's something about, if those of you have been to Costa Rica or another like really rugged place where it's not like super developed, there is like animal life, wildlife, plant life. It's just so alive and you're living outside essentially. Of course you have a hotel room, but a lot of time you're going to be spending outside. So it's pretty magical. You already know the amazing Jody. If you don't already, you will get to know her well. She is leading our circle groups every single morning. And so if you've been to Jody's events, she's told me about them. I've never personally been to one of her events, but how many of you have been to one of Jody's events? Just so I can kind of get a gauge. A couple of you. Okay, about half of you maybe. So Jody has all these really cool exercises to really get to know each other, to have a lot of fun together. And so even if you want to come alone, which a lot of our guests come alone, you'll get to know people really quickly. What is it that you'd say, Jody? Say your saying.
Oh, feel free to come alone because you won't be for long.
Isn't that cute? That's very much.
Aw.
Aw.
She actually asked me, she said, "Can I borrow it? Can I use it, please?" And
I
go
did.
for it. Yes, you can
I
all
put
use it.
I put it in my marketing. So thank you for that line. Jody, would
You're
you
welcome.
want to talk just for a minute about your morning circles and what we're going to be doing every day in the mornings?
Well, you were going to train me on the authentic relating way of doing things, correct? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So basically, I mean, the regular circles event that I do are sharing circles, basically. So I would ask a thought-provoking question of some sort, and every person has a chance to speak and really be heard with undivided attention. And they're the kind of questions that, it's not like, what's your favorite color? Red. You don't really learn that much about somebody when that's the question. So they're usually questions, what's something you're proud of in your life, or what, all kinds of questions like that. So the goal is by the end of the time that you will have really had some connections that are meaningful and hopefully lasting. Um, and then as Tina knows from our last trip, I came up with a really fun game. And so I am committed that we are going to play. People were hysterical. And I think just laughing hysterically is good medicine. That's what I say, because it made me wonder how many people have actually laughed this much and this hard, So we go from crying to laughing and everything else. But the game is about laughing. Um, and then I'm not afraid to be silly. So there'll be karaoke, and I've got all kinds of tricks up my sleeves. Is that what you wanted?
That's
The answer?
exactly what I want. Thank you,
Okay.
Joe. Yeah.
Awesome.
So lots and lots of fun there. And uh, I can say this, I have not laughed as hard. Adriana, do you remember
I
us?
think I lost my
Everyone.
voice at one point. Yeah, I was laughing so hard
It's a good time.
at these activities. I wanted to add something a bit about authentic relating. And it's for me, it's essentially like creating a space where you feel comfortable to really demonstrate who you are, really be authentic. And having the parameters of like safety so that people can feel comfortable being vulnerable and really getting to know each other in new levels, while also lots of space for just silly, goofy fun. And Jody, I'm happy to like workshop some ideas with you and that sort of thing. I know you come with all kinds of ideas. What I like to ensure in all the activities that we do in these retreats, that it's not that we're incorporating our natural environment, because it's so unique and so special to be in Costa Rica in such a beautiful tropical paradise. And so incorporating like a somatic exercise with the sand or the ants or the ocean or whatever is going on around us, the wild life. And so there's ways to really immerse yourself in the space and the place with people in these interactive activities.
Love it. Okay, so that is the morning circles. Thank you, Adriana and Jody. This again is your front yard. And this is your room. The rooms are double occupancy. You can pay to upgrade to a private room, and that's totally fine. And this is also a really tiny, intimate event. We had some women who were there on the Adriana, what's the name of that cruise? The cruise for lesbian women. What's it called? Do you remember that?
Not
Adriana?
Olivia.
Yeah, Olivia. They said this is so much better than an Olivia cruise. Not that I'm trying to bash on anyone else, but they're like, those are huge with so many people, whatever else. This is like intimate and you really get to know people. So there really are just me and Adriana are staying in the house behind the hotel, and there are 6 rooms. So depending on how many people upgrade to a single occupancy, it's usually 10 to 14 people. So these are really small. And so you really get to know people. And it's part of the magic of these events is how intimate the group is. Go ahead.
There's been a couple questions in the chat about the price of that upgrade if you want a private room.
Yeah, it's an upgrade for the regular and then an upgrade for the other one as well. So essentially, you take 2 spots when you upgrade to private, and so it's the price. I'll show you all the prices in just a minute. It's the same price to upgrade for that, if it makes sense.
Okay. And I'm just basically answering a question about the apartment. So the best to my Okay, 6.99. Okay. So the best to my knowledge, it's what you said is it's a main room and then a bedroom. So it is possible to sleep in the separate spaces, but the air conditioning is just in the bedroom, right?
Yes. Yep. Air
Okay.
conditioning is just in the bedroom. This will be in August. It's not the hottest time of year in August. Is that right? No, it's July. It's not the hottest in July.
End
But
of
if
June. Yeah.
end of June, yeah. So, but unless you are used to living outdoors in full humidity, in the tropics, you might be a little bit uncomfy without AC. That said, the hotel before I bought it did not have AC, and the guests came from all over the world and just stayed with fans. So that might be an option for you. The apartment is great for a couple. Yep, that says Michelle. Oh, and I'm finally seeing all the notes here. Let's see. Can you have a private room? Yes, you do. Okay, perfect. I'll keep an eye on questions here. So these are the rooms. It is a one bedroom, one bath apartment. So if you come as a couple, we can scoot the beds together as a king, or we can have them separate as they're twin XLs convertible to kings. That's kind of how it works. They do have full kitchens as well. So if you're on any kind of special diet, or if you don't want to go out to eat all the time, you can easily go to a grocery store there. We even take you to the grocery store and you can cook or whatever else, or make sandwiches, whatever you want to. So that can be a good budget option as well. Vicki, how many total people can attend? So there's 6 rooms. And so the max amount of people will be 14. So me and Adriana are 2. And then the 6 more rooms with 2 people each. So 12. So the max 14, we usually have 10 to 14 because we usually have a couple people upgrade.
And I'm one. So
Yes. Here are your retreat activities. So how it works is in the mornings, we all meet, we have breakfast together, really simple breakfast with all the exotic fruits that Costa Rica has. So we'll bring out new fruits for you every single day. And that's kind of a fun tour of Costa Rica. And then we go into the circle groups. And then after that, we do activities throughout the day. And most of these activities are included. I'll let you know if there's any activities that are not. But here's some of the activities, not an all extensive list because we have activities for you every day again. But there's yoga on the beach. There's we bring in a meditation trainer to lead you through a guided meditation. Funny story: the last retreat we had our guided meditator, and a windstorm struck up while we were there, and it was like blowing rain, and Adriana's like sitting there freezing. Good times were had by all.
I always like to say too that you don't have to do anything. Like I it might be possible that you will just want to sit and veg at the pool like this the whole day. You can do that too.
I love it. Yep, I love it. We have partner yoga. If you've ever done that, if you're not a yoga person, partner yoga is hysterically funny. If you are a yoga person, you probably love partner yoga. How many of you have done partner yoga before? Anyone here? Just one, just Laura. Okay, it's a lot of fun. Let's see. Michelle says, is it possible to do adventure during week 1 if we can't stay for add-on? You can always come to the hotel and then take off and go on your own adventures. That is, you have our blessing to do that. So certainly you're welcome to do that. You can also do adventuring around Samara. There's lots of tours and we can set those up for you every single day if you want to. So there's lots of things to do and places to go. We're going to have massages on site. That's an example of one that's not included. There's a sunset cruise that we go on. This one is additional upgrade as well, but we are going to go kayaking to an island. We're going to do boogie board lessons. We're going to do painting on the beach. We're going to do a big bonfire. There'll be things to do every day. So let me know if you have any questions on adventuring. I shouldn't call this adventuring. I should call this activities because adventuring comes next. Awesome. Okay, 10 more minutes. So here's the adventure add-on. If you want to stay on the adventure add-on, this really is adventurous. And so what we would ask for is people who want to do the add-on adventure, you need to be no legs, hips, knees, or feet issues because you will be walking a lot and hiking, and it's not perfectly paved roads everywhere. And so we've found in the past that oftentimes us in the US are not used to the the adventuring levels that are in Costa Rica. And so just be aware of that. But we are going to do whitewater rafting, going to a sloth sanctuary, going on hikes, going to hanging bridges, all kinds of stuff. I just finalized the itinerary with our tour guide services that we're working through as well. And it's a wild ride. It's going to be a lot. We're going to be having fun tours. And I have a quick little, here's a little Google map here of what we're going to be doing. So you'll fly into the airport. Let's see, which is, here's Costa Rica. So by the way, Costa Rica is not an island. Some people think it's an island. It is this little country right here in Central America. And this is where you're going to be staying for week 1. It's called Samara. And it is truly beautiful, truly beautiful. You're going to fly into the airport, drive to Samara the first day, stay here for a week, and then we go on our tour. We're going to go to what's called Monte Verde. It's a cloud forest up in the forest. It's really beautiful, walking through this charming town. And we're going to be doing zip lining and bridge climbing and all kinds of fun. And then we're going to drive to what's called Tenorio River, and we're going to do some class 4 rapids that sound really scary, but it's really, really fun. I promise it's really fun. You will go through 10-foot drops in this. And I did this a couple of months ago. It was so fun. Everyone's like, oh, I was awake the night before, y'all, terrified, Googling, what does a class 4 rapid look like? And I was scared out of my mind. It's not scary, but you do some 10-foot drops, which are pretty fun. And then from there, we go on to what's called Rio Celeste, one of the iconic places in Costa Rica. Beautiful, bright, bright blue waterfalls. Costa Rica is really well known for its waterfalls. We're going to be doing hiking to waterfalls, sloth sanctuary, all kinds of fun stuff like that. Okay, I know we're have about 5 minutes left, so please keep asking. Here's the full itinerary. If you go to this website, here's the itinerary for the first week. And the last night we have a margarita and live music party on the beach, and it is hysterically funny. And honestly, if all you want to do is sit in the hammock, you are welcome to do that. It's pretty cush. And then here's the adventure: surf lessons, zip lining, river tours. Here's one of the drops in the river thing, and just having a really great time. So let's cover pricing before we end here. Here are your pricing options. So we do $300 holds your spot, $300 down payment. So if you want to do $300 down payment for the retreat only, that's all you need to put down. That'll hold your spot, and you'll the rest is due 30 days before the event. And so you have a lot of time to figure that out. You can also pay with Afterpay or Klarna if you're familiar with those. Those are financial, services that they set up payment plans for you. And so if you want to do that, if you do it Afterpay, sometimes there's no interest on payment plans. And so that's a really good option if you don't want to pay for it all at once. So you can do $300 down payment for the retreat only, or $300 down payment for the retreat and the adventure add-on. Just that one $300 will hold your spot on both if you want to. Or of course, you can just pay in full. So here's pay in full for the 7-day retreat plus the adventure add-on is $31.54, and just for the 7-day retreat is $15.77. And then of course you can get the room upgrade if you would like to. The deadline for early bird, I have to look this up. I can't remember. I will look it up while the next person goes, because I'm like, oh, I can't remember. But it is usually about 3 months before it happens. So I want to say February, but I can't remember. Ellie says, I love all animals. Can you expand on the wildlife you mentioned in the beginning? Oh, yes. That's actually the reason why I moved to Costa Rica. I was there about 3 days, and walking down the road with the street dogs and the street chickens and all the birds, and just like alive. It's just alive. If you walk to the grocery store, you'll probably encounter 20 animals on your way. There's iguanas and I don't know, Adriana, there's horses in the street. They roam the streets. Horses. You'll see all kinds of just animals everywhere, and I love them too. So
birds, toads, iguanas, monkeys. You'll hear the howler monkeys in the morning. Yeah, it's just teeming with life.
Yeah. BH says, so a single is $31.54 plus $6.89 for your own apartment. Yep, that's exactly right. Yep, and we can't have people come on just the add-on. It is logistically too much driving back and forth, and it just won't work. So
we tried to figure that out.
I know.
Really did. And
we wrestled.
It would be driving. It would be not fun for you as a participant.
Yeah. So that's my end of my 30 minutes, but please, please, please ask me questions. How many of you are wanting to go, by the way? Yay! Come join us. We'd love to have you.
Awesome.
I love that.
Very awesome. Yeah, I'm available anytime. Just you can always email me on the website. My email address is there, lesbiangetaways@gmail.com or jody@lesbiangetaways.com. Either one. Um, if you have any other questions. Carol, do you have a question? Oh, I see your fingers there, but I don't know if, oh, no, no, you're just adjusting your, okay.
Ellie says, any idea what airfare is from California? I usually fly into LAX and fly from LAX to Liberia because the airfare is so cheap. You can usually get a round trip for like $300. So
I think it's more than that. When I looked, it was more than that.
look at Alaska Airlines. It's pretty dirt
Okay.
cheap. Yeah, but if you want to actually have a soft seat, you'll pay more than that. I'm so used to the flight that I'm like, Alaska all the way, and your butt is sore by the time you arrive. Michelle says, what's your capacity? The capacity is there's 6 rooms plus the house. Me and Adriana are in the house, so we've got 6 rooms. Do you get airport shuttle? We coordinate that for you, but your job is just to get to Phoenix Hotel. We can coordinate a shuttle for you though, and we'll let you know logistics on that. Deadline for early bird. Oh, I should have this in front of me, Laura. It's usually about 3 months out. And so I think though.
Oh, it's February 16th or something like that.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Jody knows better than I do. February 16th.
Yeah.
But don't wait till February 16th or they'll probably be sold out. We're guessing that this will sell out well before early bird is over. And so everyone is going to get early bird as long as they sign before February 15th.
Well, it'll definitely sell out because you were gonna market and fill this for me. And I said, no, no, give me a chance. I want my peeps.
So this might be all Jody's peeps, which would be awesome.
That would be good.
You're leaving in 2 weeks for a month in Costa Rica. Carol, come say hi to me. I'm leaving on Wednesday. Come down to Samara if you are going to come there and come say hi. So Samara, Costa Rica, Phoenix Hotel, and I'll be there for the next 3 weeks.
Awesome.
Yeah. Okay.
All right. Any more questions? Awesome. Okay. Thank you. So let me remove the spotlight so we can all be back. Okay. So I really appreciate you guys coming on. I'm so excited to hang out with you. And it's going to be fun. The adventure part's going to be fun. It's the first time, right? And we'll see how that goes. So I hope you all can make it. And thank you for showing up. What I'm going to do is I'm going to stop the recording and then start it again for Greece. So I'm going to stop the recording. Here we go. Oops. Oh boy, that almost ended the meeting. That would not be good.